Hello, my name is Ken Bennett. I'm the CEO of C. Bennett Building Supply, founded by my father in 1980 when I was 12 years old. My dad was in a partnership, for about 4 or 5 years prior to that. Didn't work out so good. One of the divisions they did was fireplaces. So he decided that he was going to take that division, if it was okay with his partners, leave that company and start his own business. And that was the beginning of C. Bennett Building Supply. As CEO of C. Bennett, probably what drives me the most and gets me to come to work every day, and you'll probably hear this throughout this, is the people. I enjoy coming to work and leading a team, and I enjoy watching the growth in the company and building the legacy that my father started. C. Bennett started with fireplaces only. We only delivered the fireplaces to new construction. We then started installing those fireplaces for the home builders. Shortly after that, still prior to me being out of college, we opened a showroom in, I think, 1987. And so we started inviting customers to come in to upgrade their fireplaces as they were building their homes. Then when I got out of college in 92, I bought a mirror and shower door company. Prior to that, we did wire shelving for a few years. And then I bought the mirror and shower door company, and we started adding those three products together along with fireplaces and installing those for the home builders, also doing some remodelers and stuff like that. And then I would say probably the evolution of that then went from like kind of lower end products, like we would do the white wire shelving, and then we progressed into the melamine wood shelving, custom closets for higher end homes. Same with fireplaces. And we added heavy glass shower doors on to the regular shower doors and became more of a premium kind of supply house. I started at C. Bennett when I was 12, unloading trucks without pay, with the reward of White Castles. And then I would be allowed to go fishing with my buddies after we unloaded the truck, but not until that. My first paying job there was, I think I was a sheet metal bender. I built chase covers, and then progressed into shelving installer, fireplace installer, service tech. My dad was real big on having me do everything in the company. One summer in between semesters, I was the receptionist. And then when I started full time, I believe I was running operations. So I was doing all the scheduling of the installers. Then I went into sales. Years later, became the sales manager, and I don't know what after that. Now I'm the CEO. The biggest success for C. Bennett, and the one that really sticks out to me of why we've been successful and experienced the growth, is, again, the people. It's all about the people and building the relationships. My dad was a salesperson kind of by trade. I was then kind of fell in those footsteps. So we have always been good at building relationships with our customers, building loyalty with our customers, because we're not perfect, but they know that. So by building those relationships, they're more likely to stay with us through our good times and bad. And those two things are probably our biggest success. Fondest memories of working at C. Bennett. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I've enjoyed the entire run. I'm a people person, so there's a lot of memories of hiring kids and watching them grow with the company, and maybe even marrying a fellow employee and having children and building families and feeling like I'm a small part of that is very rewarding for me. As far as fondest memories, there's been some really fun trade trips. I go with people, with employees, build relationships, get to see, get to know them more outside of work. I do enjoy those. And I just enjoy coming in and serving everybody and being a servant leader. The CEO, I've always, and even prior to that, the fun part of the business for me, other than the people, is really the growth. I mean, it's the challenging part. It's fun watching the business grow. It's challenging. It's rewarding for everybody in the company. So where I see it going is, I mean, we have numbers we've actually put to it, but I see us adding products. I see us acquiring small businesses within those product categories that we have in this region, and maybe even outside of the region. And that's how we're going to find our growth. And we also grow by just creating a good culture and putting people in that culture. And building those relationships with our employees and our customers, just growth happens. I think what separates us from the competition is we have people who really care in the company. Um, I spend a lot of my have spent a lot of my career building a culture that people enjoy working in, so that when we do find rock stars for employees, they'll stay and work for a long time. In fact, we have a 35 and a 40-year anniversary coming up this Christmas party, so that's pretty amazing testimony of how that works. And then I think just having those people, having that culture, building relationships with our customers, that's what I love to do. I would say, as far as the culture of C. Bennett, it's pretty simple. We just care for our employees. We treat them the best we can. We're big on values. I'm big on faith. We try to share that throughout the company so that people understand the basis of why we're doing what we're doing. Try to get involved in the community, and in the giving part is big for me. We created Charlie's Angels, which is really cool. We have a committee of people that are bought into that, and we find community not-for-profits that are doing good work in our community, and maybe even a little outside of our community, but and are a part of those companies, I think. And we do a lot of cool stuff that doesn't benefit us, and I think that's really neat of our culture. But most importantly is we just create a good culture. We find rock stars that care, and we put them in that culture, and then the company is successful because of that. That's a tough one. I think some of that is driven within the people in the company with the culture. They want to help the company grow. They want to help the company be better. If they really do care about the business, they're coming in with ideas on how to be better at what we do. They're bringing things to the table from every level of the company, not just the management team. And then we try to do a good job, and I think we do a pretty good job of listening to those ideas, those people, and making everybody feel like they're a part of the business. And it's one of the reasons we started GGOB, which is the Great Game of Business. The whole idea behind that is we're going to share our profitability statements. We're going to share anything you want to know about the company. And because of that, people feel invested and they want to help grow the business. And then in return, with GGOB, we share a percentage of those profits every year with the employees. And that's been a big deal. I think we're on our 5th year, but I think that's been a big deal, keeping people engaged and innovative and wanting to help the company be better and grow. My retirement is definitely on the horizon. I'm looking forward to that. Innovations, yeah, product stuff. I think specifically right now, for example, we're looking at window dressings, window blinds. We're looking at growing our outdoor area. So like outdoor living is what we call it, but it's basically products that would go in your backyard around swimming pools, like heaters and all the outdoor appliances, anything with fire pits, torches, fire tables, fireplaces. So we're trying to grow that division. We feel like there's a big room for growth there. And then we will find other products as we grow and as we see the need in our community, maybe where the competition isn't doing a good job and we feel like we can do better, or our customers are coming to us with ideas, which is typically how we've grown our business, is by listening to our customers saying, hey, we don't have a good supplier for this. You guys should sell this. And they trust us. They know we'll do a good job. So a lot of the growth of C. Bennett has been just listening to our customers. And I'm guessing it will continue to be that way. And so some of it, I don't know what's coming. We try to run as much as we can like a family business. We want to think big, but we want to act small. So when you walk in here, we want everybody to feel like, customers included, builders, to feel that culture and of it's a family business, that everybody cares for one another under this roof. We want that to kind of spread outside of the building. But probably what I'd like new employees, everybody to know, is that we're big into servant leadership. We like to care for our employees, treat them as if we would want to be treated. I've only worked one place, unfortunately. I wish I would have had other jobs, but this is the only place I've worked. So I'm going to try to make it the best company as if I worked somewhere else, how I would want it to be.